The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Cousins. Complete to Stephon Diggs.
It's my fault.
Deep into Green Bay territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing, Cousins. To the
Pick that, bitch!
Away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and goal. Cousins.
That's me.
This is going to be intercepted. Picked off with
That's me.
Anticipation.
That's me. That's fucking me.
Do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive.
I read that shit, T.
Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a
I'm going to change that like this. And now, baby, it's amazing now when it plays with you. Just
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be
yeah,
upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One day you're here, one day you're there, one day here. It's so unfair.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Could not throw that bitch away. I was trying to throw that bitch away.
Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On second down now, it's Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Cousins to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
G couldn't get all the way in there, T.
On the end zone, he got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
And
it's the fullback.
You're amazing, I'm in this days for you. Just take the code. One day you're streaming your love. The next day you're so cold. One day you're Rocco, one day you're T. One day you're out in the back, one day you're dead in the motherfucking graveyard. So what the fuck you gonna do? Ball to your motherfucking die.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
So you still live for?
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will
give me my ball!
He brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured.
I couldn't get them boys up at that hole, though.
One guy.
Couldn't move.
Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Rodgers going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's on the minute.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. Switch. No. Go ahead. 3rd and long for Cousins. He'll let it go deep for Foster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success. Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Oh, I thought I had that cutback.
1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him.
I thought I had that cutback, baby.
That's going to go as a loss.
As soon as I cut back, that nigga let go the block.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
To that side.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Hey, you block over here. Hey, high 7. Here we go.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've got nothing.
You thought you were going, boy.
Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
That's my fault.
On the left side.
That's my fault, y'all.
Down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, here's Cousins. Going for it all.
That's my fault.
Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I seen that shit.
Parkey with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Should call the timeout.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own.
My fault, T. Look at that shit.
Here will go to the 31-yard line.
I ain't worried about that, though.
Well, and I saw the pressure.
I'm not finna let him come back from that.
Just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes.
And Thielen's got it.
No, he did not catch that.
Adam Thielen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
He did not catch that, man.
As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Parkey adds the extra point.
He did not catch that, bro.
Leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
They play ball.
That'll be taken
We ain't
in
finna
the end
lose.
zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
My fault, that though. I see. I know what play he keep running the same play to score. At the same play he just ran.
Drive underway. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
I can't help but laugh, and the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting started.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to them.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Run the clock out, man.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Right.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
You broke that tackle, bro. After you broke that motherfucker, man.
In the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. But be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any.
What the fuck? I didn't even pick that play, G.
And they'll blow that one up back at
oh,
the 16-yard
wow.
line.
I ain't even pick that play.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep. And got his man. Complete.
Out of here. Out of here.
Right down Broadway.
Out of here.
Touchdown.
Out of here.
Packers.
Out of here.
Equanimous St. Brown. 84 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play.
Weak ass kick, man.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
No.
But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
Damn, I can't stop that shit, whatever.
Start the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch right, you got right. Hey, get.
Cousins to throw it this time. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
24 is the mark.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver.
I should have just threw that shit away. I should have just threw that shit away, T.
Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
My bad, Aaron.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things.
And the pressure gets to him again. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
That boy, man.
Doesn't say no,
the Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
That won't happen again, running back.
Back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
36.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
No, sir.
He'll be brought down,
no, sir.
Yardage back at the
Seen that one coming.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every...
I take them. I take them.
Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Start that shit, rock that shit one more time, G.
Punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And
what the fuck?
Comes in as that one falls incomplete.
How?
Well, let's see who this is on.
Man, they
wasn't outside of the tackle box.
I threw it to my
penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Boy.
There's the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Go down.
Falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
He gone. Fuck. He gone, T. End zone to end zone.
Vikings. That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
I do this shit for my.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to
They will not let me throw that bitch away, bro.
The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
They will not let me throw that bitch away, man. I'm steady throwing them. You see, they let me push. Come on, bro.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this
Side.
pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He cannot hang on. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Cousins. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing his Cousins. And he's
How the fuck did...
The time to pull out the stops is now.
Boy, if you
convert there on 4th down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And oh, it's blocked.
Block that shit! Block that shit! If it's in the game, it's in the fucking game,
Following
bitch.
the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. To throw is Rodgers.
What the fuck?
And they take possession of the football.
Fucking interception.
At the 36-yard line.
This shit, T. I thought, well, nah, that's my fault. I should have lined it. I bullied it. That's my fault.
Is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterback...
I don't know if he
What the fuck?
No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. You know what's interesting? A lot of
That's some fucking bullshit, man.
Call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Again, it's Cook. And an alley to run.
Man, that's some fucking bullshit, man.
Down the right side.
That's some fucking bullshit, man.
Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
I gotta go.
Point up and through.
Let's do it.
The lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. You got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll look to throw. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll look to throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
That's it. Big hit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come get some.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And some room to work. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage.